Hi everyone, today we're going to go over the cyber attack life cycle resilience. So our objectives today, we're going to talk about the stages of the cyber kill chain and how to prevent an attack, identifying the possible motives that attackers may have when attacking our systems, and lastly, going over the cybersecurity lifecycle framework and methodologies to establish a cybersecurity program that supports our organization's strategic and business initiatives. So the cyber kill chain consists of the following stages to prevent cyber attacks. So it's reconnaissance, weaponization, delivery, exploitation, installation, command and control, and actions on objective. Each of these stages are used both during and after an attack. After an attack, the stages are studied to prevent future attacks from occurring. So the first three stages are reconnaissance, weaponization, and delivery. During the reconnaissance stage, the attacker collects the data about their target. They utilize tools such as automated scanners to scan firewalls, intrusion protection systems, and other outer security layers to find the best point of attack. The weaponization stage is where attackers create malware based on their attack needs. This specialized malware helps to reduce their chances of being detected for maximum devastation. The third stage, delivery, is when the attack delivers the weaponized malware. It can be delivered by a few different methods, including websites, emails, or other phishing methods. This is the best stage to catch the attack before any significant damage is done. All right, the middle two stages are exploitation and installation. Exploitation is where the malware and malicious code is delivered into the organization's system, and the attackers begin to exploit the systems by installing their tools and modifying the security certificates. This allows for a longer period of them accessing the system after changing the certain security certificates. The installation stage is where the attackers install a backdoor, which will provide them consistent, continued access into the systems. And the final stages, command and control and actions on objective. Command and control is the stage where the attacker is able to gain control of the organization's systems. The attacker can access the privileged accounts and perform brute force attacks. The attackers can also change permissions, which will allow them to take over additional aspects of the systems. Actions on objective is the stage in which the attacker extracts data from the system. The primary objectives in the stage are information gathering from the organization and extracting that information. Now we're going to go over some of the motives that attackers may have in reasoning why they may breach an organization system. The first and probably the most common is monetary. Attackers want to steal personal identifiable information or even company proprietary data in order to sell it for money. Revenge and insider threats are typically previous employees who have or have had access to the systems. This can be due to something within the company they don't agree with, or for the sole purpose of causing damage to the company that they feel they were wronged by. Hacktivism is another type of motive for some attackers. These attackers typically conduct the attack for what they feel is a larger purpose. It can be to expose a company or to access their data to achieve their goals. Rarely does this method or motive have monetary gain that they are looking for. Lastly, cyber warfare is the least common but is still a very possible threat. It is most commonly due to political reasons for the intention of causing the most amount of damage. So with all of the threats, how are we going to protect against them? The cybersecurity life cycle is created of 5 stages. These 5 stages help you protect your companies and data overall. The first stage is the identify stage. This is where you would determine what your assets are, including devices, networks, servers, and other information. You need to know what you have in your company and organization before you're able to come up with a plan to protect that. The protection stage is where you put your protection plan into effect. This includes coming up with your protection like physical protection, firewall, IPS, VPN, data encryption, and more. The larger your company, the more strict you probably need to be with security due to the possibility for more breaches. The detection stage is where you are able to determine that there is a vulnerability or threat. This is where you find the threat and disrupt it by limiting its effectiveness, stopping it in its tracks. The response stage requires you to have a critical response plan. Your incident response team should already have the necessary stages delegated so that the threat can be neutralized and the proper notifications be made. We don't want to act when it happens. We want to already have a plan in place. And lastly, the final stage, recovery, is where our organization is able to return and resume to normal operations. In this stage, we have already neutralized the threat and taken the information that we have been able to learn from it to also help us prevent against future similar attacks. The cybersecurity framework. The NIST framework is a set of existing standards and best practices that you can use in your organization to help reduce cybersecurity risks. The framework helps to provide best practices in areas that you can utilize to focus your time and money. This can help regardless of the size of your organization. The cybersecurity framework consists of 3 components: the core, implementation tiers, and profiles. The framework core helps to provide a set of desired cybersecurity activities and outcomes using common language that makes it easy for anyone to understand. So in summary, the best methods of protecting your organization is to base your security off of your company's needs. There is no one-size-fits-all security method. Once you determine your needs, you can create your plan of security measures that your organization will use. For incident response, it is imperative your organization's plan is in place as opposed to just reaction. These key methods will help your company's overall security be successful. Thank you.